T, and I'm an alcoholic addict.
Welcome to Recovering Addict. I'm LT, and I'm an alcoholic and an addict.
I'm Felice, married to this handsome fella sitting next to me. I love him.
Batman, I wore this for Brad tonight. Brad, this is for you.
Oh, I didn't give you my Batman impression the other day.
Let's hear it.
I've been working on it. You ready? Up, up, and away!
Aye. I'm not laughing at that.
You're supposed to say that's Superman.
I know.
And I'm supposed to say, thanks, I've been working on it. You ruined my joke.
Yeah. I thought that was Superman, if that counts.
That counts.
I was thinking that.
No, I guess old people
Anyway.
get that joke. That's old Superman, huh?
Way old, like older than us.
Yeah.
It's like Dez.
Desmond, tell that joke to your friends.
Dez and Dano. Maybe Petey.
Probably, for sure.
Oh, man. I'm an alcoholic addict, guys. No surprise, is it? We families of Alcoholics Anonymous keep few skeletons in our closet. Everyone knows about other alcoholics' troubles, right? We recover better together. That's the motto of this channel. And we sit in groups and we talk about our skeletons, where in most of the world, normies, they won't do that because they're afraid. They're scared of ridicule, judgment, people looking down on them for having problems. So they keep them locked up in the closet and they have to deal with them other ways, right? And unhealthy ways a lot of times in this world. So we're going to read chapter 9. It's to the family afterward. It's the family afterward. There's a time in our lives where we have a family, you know, this is written to back in the 1939. So families were structured different than they are today, you know, a little different. The norm was, you know, a husband and a wife have a couple kids. And I mean, it's still somewhat the same today, but there's more of it, I guess, back then. But basically the family had a father. This is kind of what this chapter represents. The family has a father who was normal, became an alcoholic, dang near destroyed the family, maybe even lost his job financially, but just came this close to tearing the family completely apart, gets sober, and then is living this life of recovery. And so the chapter we're going through is to the family members who are dealing with a man. And you can relate this to anything, okay? But this is just the story that's being told. You can relate this to a mother-daughter. You can relate this to a daughter-mother. Anybody that's dealing with an addict or an alcoholic post-addiction in recovery, right? The first year or two of recovery, what to expect, what you should do as dealing with a loved one. So if you know anybody out there that is in this situation, share this out so that they can hear and you know, read along with us here out of the big book. We're going through the big book, chapter 9. We did part 1 yesterday or Sunday night. And today we're going to pick up on page 124 at about the bottom, about the last paragraph. My story is 2 times in my life. One time I became a complete meth addict. And the only way I quit was being scared straight after being locked up for a year. Had caught a felony, probation, that whole thing. Later in life, I started drinking, and this took over just like the meth did. My addictive nature, the disease inside me, took over, and I became a fifth of night blackout drunk and had to go to a couple rehabs, had to detox because it's very dangerous to come off of alcohol cold turkey. And I was afraid of that. So that's my story in a nutshell. I've got 18 months sober now. You can see it here by my keychains. You see a relapse there, white, orange, white, orange. And now we're on here talking about recovery. And there is a chunk of this that describes me to a T. I'm just going to read this real quick before we go back and start from the beginning of where we're going to be. It says, many alcoholics are enthusiasts. They run to extremes. Tell me if this doesn't sound like me, especially those of you who know me. At the beginning of a recovery, a man will take, as a rule, one of two directions. He may either plunge into a frantic attempt to get his feet in his business, or he may be so enthralled by his new life that he talks and thinks of little else. He either jumps full head steam into creating a business and becoming financially successful, or he's so involved and enthralled with recovery that that's all he talks about. In either case, certain family problems are going to arise because of that. With these, we have had experience galore, he says. We've seen this a million times, but that nailed me to a T. Not only am I jumping into this new business thing, recovery's like all I talk about. It's like that was take one or the other path. I'm like, I'll just take both.
You said both, right?
Both okay? I think that's what Bill did.
Yeah.
I think he just described himself as taking both paths. I'm not comparing myself to Bill in that. He's the man, you know. He actually was an awesome tip of the spear, cutting and slicing. So yeah, well, we're gonna read the Kindle Cloud Reader. LA. April 13th, the AA thought of the day says, having found my way into this new world by the grace of God, thank you, Lord, and the help of AA, I am going to take that. Am I going to take that first drink when I know that just one drink will change my whole world? Think about that before you go to pick up, before you use, before you decide to go to the liquor store. Having found your way into this new program by the grace of God and the help of AA, are you going to take that first drink when you know that just one drink is going to change your whole world and it's not going to change it for the better? Am I deliberately going to go back to the suffering of the alcoholic world? Deliberately going to go back? You want to go? Raise your hand, put a thumbs up in the comment, and I better not say any if you want to go back to that old lifestyle of misery and pain. We don't want to do that.
Thumbs down if you don't.
Give us a bunch of thumbs down if you don't. Or am I going to hang on to the happiness of this sober world? Is there any doubt about the answer? Is there any doubt about the answer? With God's help, am I going to hang on to AA with both hands? We have a choice in front of us. You know, we can cling on to what we have and continue to grow and press in further. And as we get further into this discussion tonight, we're going to see how not only is it beneficial to grab onto this and learn as much as you can, but to give every bit of gold we mine out of this program back to the still suffering addict and those who are behind us in the growth level. Because, you know, there's people that are way ahead of me in AA. There's people way below me in AA. They dig and give me gold nuggets. I find gold nuggets. I just pass them on. And that's what keeps this water flowing. Water that comes in and sits stagnates. But if it continues to flow through, becomes a fresh spring, right? And we want to be that fresh spring. We don't want it to sit and stagnate in us. Meditation of the day is I will try to make the world a better and happier by my presence in it. Is the world going to be better and happier with your presence in it? If not, what can we do to make that happen? That's where I want to be. Today, I posted a thing on Facebook that I'm going to smile at everybody with faces showing and greet them pleasantly, and I actually did. And I want to make people laugh and smile, and I wanted to hopefully, with my presence, make people happier around us just in a shopping experience, right? I will try to help other people find their way God wants them to live. I will try to be on this side of good, in the stream of righteousness, where all things work for good. I will do my duty persistently and faithfully, not sparing myself. I will be gentle with all people. I will try to see other people's difficulties and help them to correct it. I will always pray to God to act as an interpreter between me and the other person. I pray that I may live in the spirit of prayer. I pray that I may depend on God for the strength I need to help me do my part in making this world a better place. Amen to
Nicole
that.
said, very cool, LT.
Thanks, Nicole. All right, I'm going to shut up for a minute and
if
let...
you are people pleasing.
Oh, shucks. Not like Brad and Merck do. I'm just here pouring my heart out, trying to make you guys sober, and I don't care if you like me or not. Take that.
Suckers.
Absolutely. I'm trying to be a people pleaser at this moment in my life for sure. When I come in here, I want you guys to have fun. I want to take your mind off of any temporary problems that we may be going through. I want to uplift your spirits. I hope to give you some gold nuggets to take with you to meditate on later tonight. So yeah, I hope that you're very pleased with this. And I know you're joking, brother, but
I feel like there's
we
two different
know
kinds.
I'm not going to just shut it off and get upset like Brad does and just shut down whole Zoom meetings.
Oh, burn.
Start pick on Brad a little bit, shuts the whole Zoom meeting down.
Awkward.
Just kidding, Brad. You know I love you.
I'm just gonna say
Uncalled
hi.
Oh, tell me about your channel, she says. Vincent Brucker. Nice to meet you.
Tyshawn. What's up?
Awesome. We got some new people in the house. Welcome. So glad you're here. I'm recovering addict. I'm LT Weaver. I am a recovering addict, but I started this channel over a year ago, and all my goal was, and this is before COVID, because my hobbies were videography, photography, all that kind of good stuff. So I made some short videos and had fun. And I was like, I'm going to niche down and do recovery because I was an alcoholic. I just got done with a couple rehabs, detox. I know a little bit about that. So I was like, I'll just make some fun videos about that. I was continuing with the job I had on base here in Utah. I worked at the Air Force Base. And then COVID hit, right? End of March, April-ish, NAAA, all that stuff got shut down. No more AA. No, and I'm like, whoa, this is not good. Red flags, warning signs. Isolation's not good for the alcoholic or addict. So I said, Felice, we're going live. So if you can go back to number one, it's got one of the most views that I've had on my channel. And so I went live that night. Now I think all I did was broke down chapter 5 out of the big book about being honest. I think that's what it was. But we went live every night for about 130. I think we maybe skipped 2 nights out of that 130. Yeah, no kidding. And so that's how this grew. And then we just kind of grew this community, and I decided to quit my job on base, pour my heart full time into this. We did some things with our finances to pay everything off, get our cars go down as far as like year and make and model so that we could buy cheap cars that are just AB cars and get out of debt. I quit my job, and we're just pouring our heart into this now because it just continues to evolve. I feel like this is what we're supposed to be doing. And so now we go live on Sundays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays. We have a Discord where there's 24-hour support if you join us there. We have daily Zoom meetings at 1:00 if Brad doesn't shut them down. And we also have a step class that I do every 6 weeks, Mondays and Wednesdays at noon. This is the second time we've gone through this, but I teach what you learn in rehab, and I teach a little bit about a step, and then we have an hour-long recovery meeting right after that. And then we have impromptu recovery meetings. Lish does ones on Mondays and Wednesdays at 6. And anytime anybody needs a meeting, hey, can we open a Zoom? Like Nicole Rollo, shout out to you for doing what you did today. I saw that in the Zoom. Somebody said, I need some help. Can we open one? Nicole was like, bam, you got it. Bam, open. We recover better together is the motto of this channel. And we try to be a community.
Yes, we do.
Know what I'm saying?
And I'm here for the other side. I had lots of family members that were addicts, married to an addict. So I'm here to support that side of addiction because, like you said, we recover better together. I was broken and needed help, and now I'm here to help others.
Yep. I have a family that I took through my addiction, the alcohol part of it. When I was a meth addict, I was single and just running wild. And I've been contemplating that lately, and I don't think I would have quit meth if I didn't go to jail for that extended period of time, which makes me think back to Put the Shovel Down, Amber, about the addict needs time for his head to clear. And it took months for mine to get clear of meth before I was like, I'm never touching that again. Had I been released from jail within the 4-6 month range, actually I did. I was released at 4 months, and I immediately went back out, relapsed, and immediately went back to jail. And then I was locked up for 8 months. And I believe that period is what helped me, just the abstinence and letting my mind heal and get straight, because I don't think I would have quit doing meth. And that stuff had me, quitting was only a thought one time in my using. Other than that, it was like, what? Quitting? No, this is the rest of my life. Yeah, it's crazy. But hey, glad you're here. Thanks for asking that question. Hope to see you around more often. And please get involved. Let us know a little bit about you too.
There should be a Brad Merck and LT show. I feel like at the end somebody'd get punched.
We should have. That's a great idea, Steph. Me, Brad, Merck, all on the same screen, just talking crap on each other. That would make for some good comedy.
It'd be a crap show.
Me and Merck would probably just end up teaming up on Brad, and then we'd see Brad cry, and and then we'd have to like say sorry and all that stuff.
You'd be like, this is how to make amends. Would be a good show.
Somebody feeling bad?
Who's feeling bad?
These people don't care, then why should I please? Well, I don't worry about pleasing them. I think it's a motive thing at that point. My motive is to bring you guys good. This is just an example. Apply it how you will. But my goal is to bring good content and hope to have fun. But at the end of the day, if you didn't find us amusing, you decide to unsubscribe and never watch us again, nothing I can do about it. I'm not going to lose sleep over it. I'm just going to keep pressing and hope that one person gets something good out of this. You know what I'm saying? I was just thinking that we'd kill each other with words. Episode 1. What not to say to each other.
That's funny.
Total tears from Brad. That's what would happen. Awesome. I'm really glad you're here.
Yeah.
The Stooges is perfect. Sean could be like the mediator. He could ask questions to like instigate things.
That's funny.
You got anything?
I think there's two types of people pleasing. I think there's a selfish type of people pleasing where you're doing it out of your own motives because you want people to like you. And I think there's an unselfish people pleasing where you're doing it just out of the goodness of your heart to just be nice. I think that there's a difference there, but I could be wrong. I hate it here and he's leaving forever, says Brad. Why? Don't leave us. Oh, and congratulations, Lauren. 30 days. Proud of you. Glad things are going good. She said your show would be one episode, then you'd all rage quit. That's pretty funny. Sean would be a good mediator, but he would have to sing everything. Like, yeah, he'd have to sing. Be like a musical. Hey, Patrice.
Oh, we got to have Leslie on the show too. Look at that. That's a good talk right there. How do I become a part of the group? Felice will. Teresa, Felice is going to drop. My wife is Felice. I'm LT. Felice is going to drop a link. This is Savage Trainer over here.
Oh my gosh, I was in a work meeting today, like big colonels and stuff, and the colonel said, pew, pew, pew,
he did
to start the meeting.
Yes.
It was the best.
That's great.
Everybody, I was on speaker and they're like, what are you listening to?
So Teresa, Felice is going to drop in the link in the comment section right below you somewhere, a link to this Discord. Download this app. If you need help learning how to use it, reach out. We can help you. Anybody in this chat will help you. And you just join there. You'll jump right into the text section and you're going to get a few welcomes right off the bat. Check out the info section. Has our full schedule with Zoom links and everything. And then you'll swipe to the left. Maybe if you're familiar with Discord, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You swipe to the left and you'll see all the various channels that we have. Gratitude, motivation, just for a laugh. Meme battles. Talk crap on Brad is probably one we should probably have.
Wow,
Sexy
that'd be a great channel.
man with a beard. And he's gone to even.
He's like
Or you could even
Sasquatch.
hear
You
it.
can't catch him. Does he really exist?
Petey
You don't
says,
know.
Teresa, welcome to the family. We do recover better together. Yeah, I'd love to get to know you.
Amen, PD. Thanks for the share squad.
Yes. Thank you for the share squad. Carla Bell. Did you get your hat? Did you get your hat? She got a hat, right? I believe it's Carla.
Yeah.
Let us know if you did or did not get your hat.
Let us know if you want a hat. That's the Zen, isn't it? Where we make fun of Brad? I think that's why he canceled it. The Zen meeting.
Why?
Nicole said, that's the Zen, isn't it?
What?
Where you make fun of Brad.
Yeah. That's why he canceled. Jeez, Brad, really?
We know
That's
why.
why I did not get my liar. Sean Dia, long time no see.
Hey, what
Everyone
is
got
up?
1 year.
Woo, 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 woo.
Woo, tell us how you did it. Love it.
Thanks, Patrice. Hashtag share squad. Share us out, folks.
Yeah.
Never know who needs to hear this tonight.
I'm trying, brother. I'm trying. But I was pre-reading some stuff and wasn't listening. Because Henry Ford once made a comment. Listen, y'all. And it's wise. It's a remark to the effect that experience is the supreme value in life. What's the supreme value in life? Henry Ford says it's experience. And that's true only if one is willing to turn the past into a good account. We grow by our willingness to face and rectify errors and convert them into assets. The alcoholic's past thus becomes the principal asset. The alcoholic's past thus becomes the principal asset of the family, and frequently it is almost the only one. And then the next paragraph goes on to say, look, you've tore your family apart through alcoholism. They had their problems because of that addiction. Everybody gets ill in this family scenario of addiction. And now everybody's in recovery. And the recovery process is taking hold and everybody's doing better. And now we are a beacon of light and of hope to those who are suffering that can look at us and say, if they can do it, we can do it. And that's what the next chapter is about. But in the midst of this, applying back, and the pink cloud starts wearing off, it is possible to dig up past misdeeds so that they become blight, a veritable plague, right? We're talking about forgiveness here. If you're going to forgive completely. If not, work it out until you are able to forgive or not. But don't play the roller coaster game with I forgive you and then dig up past. I forgive you, dig up past, because you're never going to grow that way. For example, Bill goes on to say, we know of situations in which the alcoholic or his wife have had love affairs. In their first flush of spiritual experience, they forgave each other and they drew closer together. Like, okay, we're doing better. We're good. I forgive you. However it worked out. Mwah, right? The miracle of reconciliation was at hand. Then, under one provocation or another, the aggrieved one would unearth the old affair and angrily cast his ashes about. Oh, you remember that one time? And then, bam, start over. A few of us have had these growing pains. I super duper highlighted growing pains because if you're going to recover with your family, there's going to be growing pains. There's going to be things you learn. I mean, I remember one time Felice learned as she reacted to a situation in her old ways that she would act if I was drinking, and had to realize, and that's part of the growing pains. And they hurt. These growing pains hurt a great deal, but they're worth pushing through and they're worth getting by. Husbands and wives have sometimes been obliged to separate for a time until the new perspective, right? If you have to separate for some time and then come back together, that may be what it needs. New victory over hurt pride could be re-won. In most cases, the alcoholic survived this ordeal without relapse, but not always. Unearthing these kind of things, fighting about the past, could cause a relapse in the co-addiction if the partner wasn't the user, and an alcoholic or drug-induced relapse to the other person, right? Sometimes that happens, but not always. So we think unless some good and useful purpose is to be served, unless you can find some good and useful purpose to be served, past occurrences should not be discussed. And that's forgiveness, right? Unmerited favor. You're exemplifying the forgiveness we've had, And in my higher power, it's the Lord, right? He was sacrificed for my sins. Whatever your higher power is yours, but this is what I lean on. I was forgiven much through an unmerited. I didn't deserve a bit of it. People ask me, how you doing? I'm like, I'm better than I deserve, period. Especially with my past, right? And we take that forgiveness and we apply it to each other.
I think the only useful purpose to ever dig something up would be to help somebody else. just to kind of telling your story. Like, here's a situation we had one time. I don't know any other useful purpose of bringing that stuff up.
I don't think it should be brought up for us to sit and hash about.
No.
Give me the details, whatever, whatever that kind of stuff would be. But to sit with another couple
Yeah.
and say we've experienced the same thing and this is how we got through it, maybe that would be useful. That would be probably, is that what you said?
Yeah.
Oh.
No, on the same page.
Okay.
You probably said it better, though.
Maybe. Maybe I heard it better than you said it.
Maybe.
Go ahead.
Well, oh, hey, but we're going to back up just a minute. Carla Bell did get her hat on the Everyone's a Winner night.
Awesome.
Yes. And
That's so
Shondia,
funny.
how she did it, making the next best choice, reading good material, utilizing it, and trusting God fully, keeping my mind sharp, positive, and sharing my love with all. Betty good.
Beautiful, Shondia. Thank you for being here. It's inspirational.
Congratulations.
Shondia hit a year. John V just hit a year with gambling. I hit 18 months a week or so ago. It's possible, people. It's
And
possible.
welcome, Jake. Savage.
Savage trainer.
Sean said it is easy to dwell on these things, but it is not healthy.
Yeah, and when you dwell, you know how our imaginations can get. Man, listen to this right here.
This is hard.
This describes Recovering Addict a little bit. This describes our community. And when I say Recovering Addict, I'm not just talking about Valise and I. I'm talking about a community of people that gather together every day at 1 o'clock.
Oh, y'all.
After our live streams, we have late Zooms. And when people hurt, we reach out and have Zooms. You know what I mean? I'm talking about everybody up in here. We families of Alcoholics Anonymous keep few skeletons in the closet. Everyone knows about other alcoholics' troubles. This is a condition which, in ordinary life, would produce untold grief. There might be scandalous gossip, laughter at the expense of others, and a tendency to take advantage of intimate information. But among us, these are rare occurrences. We do talk about each other a great deal, but we almost invariably temper such talk by a spirit of love and tolerance. We can share this type of stuff with each other because a year down the road, you're not going to try to use it against me, or I'm not going to use it against you. I'm not going to judge you. I'm not going to minimize or criticize, and vice versa. And that is the cherished "we recover better together" saying comes from. But in the real world, you try to uncover a skeleton to somebody because you need help that's not in the same mindset and mind frame. Gossip.
Yep.
Take advantage of it, of sensitive information. You know, it could be grief or laughter at you. That's not us. We love, right? We love each other until that other person, Rob, shout out to Rob. We love you till you learn to love yourself. Rob will forever be in this show for that quote.
Yeah. Thank you, Rob.
Oh, Alicia, Aunt Kathy says, thank you for the God Bell. She loves the story and she loves brass.
Yeah. I love brass. I remember
She's
that.
like,
She
I love
was
brass.
so excited about it.
Yeah, we took her one Saturday. Thank you, Teresa. We hope to make your life a little better tonight. And if you're struggling, we're here for you too. Ditto. I love Rob.
Yeah, that dude was cool.
Way cool.
His story's on our channel somewhere.
Cry it out, girl. You know we're here. It's all good. Another principles before personalities. Saw a beautiful example of that the other day in a Zoom meeting. Somebody was talking about principles before personalities, and this person was like, yeah, my sponsor used to hate her. Couldn't stand her in the meetings. And then I put principles before personality. Now I love her. She gives me great advice. And that's dropping ego. That's getting rid of pride. That's stuff we got to do here, right? If we're going to grow. Lish owes a lot to Rob, she says.
Yeah, that guy's cool.
We got to have him back.
Yeah.
Like every couple months, we should have him back on the show. That would be cool. Another principle we observe carefully is that we do not relate intimate experiences of other persons unless we are sure he would approve. We find it better, when possible, to stick to our own stories. A man may criticize or laugh at himself, and it will affect others favorably. But criticism or ridicule coming from another often produces the contrary effect. Let's just be careful with our words, and let's not speak out. If Felice tells me something intimate, I'm not going to come to a Zoom meeting while she's sitting there, especially, but I wouldn't do it, period. And then just relay everything she said, No, I'm going to stick to my stories. I'm going to relate and I'm going to talk and make fun of myself more than I'm going to make fun of Brad, but not Brad.
Sorry, Brad. Not sorry.
I love the Trash Talk channel, Brad. Oh, Mark's got it. Make Rob a regular.
Yes.
Love it.
He would love it, I bet.
Oh, Brad just makes it so he's got the great voice for it. He's just so, and he fires back so well.
I think his mic.
That's okay, Brittany. We've all ugly cried a moment or two. We've all teared up for sure in Zooms. I've teared up on this dang channel live streamed right here, going through stories of my past. But anyway, let's be careful about what we say to each other and how we approach each other. We have tons of respect and love for each other. Members of a family should watch such matters carefully. For one careless, inconsiderate remark has been known to raise the very devil. We alcoholics are sensitive people. As drug addicts are sensitive people. It takes some of us a long time to outgrow that serious handicap. Ego. It's a serious handicap. Go ahead. Please turn and talk for 25 minutes.
All right.
No,
I'm just kidding.
that's my bug.
Nobody asked Jake. He just piped in. He says, did you guys know that a 65-inch TV, you guys have huge heads? LT's got a big head anyway, so.
Hey.
What?
What did we just read?
Oh, yeah. I think everybody owes Brad an apology.
Guys, please just being mean.
Sorry. Forgive me.
We haven't heard of Cassie from a long time, have we? I'll have to reach out to her. Everybody blow up Cassie's Facebook and
We
stuff
should
today.
have a Cherie quote of the day.
Cherie.
Cherie.
You and Brad are on the same page.
Got you, Brad. We hang out one time and we think alike.
Quote of the day? Les Island's got a quote.
Oh, I was wanting to hear Link.
All right, you let me know when you're ready.
Oh, Brian Davis says Brad's been super nice to me. Whoops. I think he even referred to me as cute.
Yeah, that's Brad. Now, Brad's good, great dude. Great heart.
Should have heard him talk to LT all weekend.
I got one, Dad.
Oh, okay. Linky has our quote of the day.
The way I see it, when it rains, look past the rain and see the sunshine.
There you go, bud. Shree's all, yo. Hey, Shree, if I drop the link, you want to get on here and give us a quote?
Give us some inspiration. I want to feel inspired by you, Cherie.
Come on, Shree.
Cherie.
We do have a question in the Discord, but I don't want to get to it yet because I want to do a little more research on it. But we're going to talk about fear. We're going to talk about some mental things next Sunday, and fear.
Good night, Teresa.
Hello, Jessica. Nice to meet you.
Yeah,
I'm
nice to meet
LT, and this is my wife, Felice. I was a meth addict. I was an alcoholic. I'm in recovery. I have 18 months clean from alcohol. I have from meth. Let me think. I got a good, how long have I been there? 16, 17. I got a good 18 years clean from meth. Let
about as old
Xylan
as
do
I
it,
am.
she says.
Xylan.
Xylan quote. They want a quote from Xylan. Petey said, "What's up? Great seeing you on the show, bud."
Let me look up a quote real quick.
Okay. Absolutely.
There are plenty of
No,
bromances.
that's what we do.
Yeah.
Plenty.
Plenty of bromances. Epi, I let Teeter hear your song when we were in New Mexico. I was like, listen, he shouts you out. His face turned red. Talk about bromance. Yeah, what's up with you, Jessica? How'd you find us?
Tell
What's
us
your
all the things.
Yeah, tell us some stuff about you if you want. If you want to, you don't have to.
Okay, I have one.
Okay, duck down.
Okay, surround yourself with people who will only lift you higher.
Ooh, that's a good one. Why you want to be around people that just constantly tearing you down, making your life miserable? You only live once.
Xylan, you lift me higher. So do
Let me
you,
remove
Linky.
this banner so they
So
can
does
see your
Dad.
face.
They're just lower
There
faces
they
in
are.
the background. Creepy. Aww.
Xylan and Linky, everybody. Xylan and Linky.
Oh,
There's Link.
Epi says I make them all feel that way, LT.
What? You gonna help?
Petey said that's a good quote, Xylan.
Good quote.
Good quote. A lot of so-called friends will try to tear you down, right? Absolutely.
It's true.
Brad's leaving, right? He just unsubscribed. I'll probably never hearing from that guy again.
Goes with everything. It was a good one. It went with everything
It
we've
did. It
been
went
talking about.
perfectly with all of this.
This isn't what he's reading. It isn't just to like addicts in recovery in AA. Like, keep in mind, this whole chapter is to the family. Like, this applies to your whole family.
People
Like-
who have not been addicted, people, yeah.
I can't be going out there and just gossiping about my husband. Like, that's not okay. I
Alicia
can't
says
be
frenemy.
saying all our secrets. But at the same time, you don't hold in. Like, if you're hurting, you talk about it.
Is active always tearing you down? Do that? Your input. What? Clarify that a little more so I know how to better answer that. Teresa.
I have all these friends.
Should have put those in quotes, bud.
He did capitalize all.
All
These friends, but only two else. All these friends.
Brittany says, you're stronger than you know. You're braver than you've been told. You're greater than you could ever imagine. Bye. Oh, man. It's a quiz? I didn't know it was a quiz. Oh, I'm
God.
gonna have to Google it.
Thanks, Petey.
The Great Showman, Hugh Jackman.
Yes, the bearded lady. She's my favorite.
Harry Dix. Brad, watch your
You
language.
can't say that in here. This is a community that likes to build each other up and love each other.
Pretty sure once y'all start making fun on the regular, I know I've made it. Yeah, for sure. We got to make sure we're comfortable. Then we can make fun of, like, Brad picks on me all the time. More
Yeah,
than you
test the
guys know.
waters.
I just also get random texts where Brad's picking on me. I'm like, really, dude? Trying to eat dinner with my family. We roast better together.
We should have a recovery roast.
A recovery roast.
That's a great idea.
We'll do that after the talent show. That's awesome. Oh, man. I read this just a
Robin
little bit ago.
Sharma. That's who said that.
Sorry, tearing down
I
daily.
never got that.
Always miserable. What's your feedback? Making all around me miserable with my negativity. I think you need to start. This is my suggestion to you. If you're negative and you know that's the problem, start trying to live in a positive. Talking about this in Zoom meeting a couple days ago. Wake up and make the first thing you do when you get out of bed, just reach over. I know it's hard. You're tired and groggy, but grab a pen and paper, grab your phone and type some notes, but just write down 10 things you're grateful for and force it. You don't have to feel it. Just be grateful. Write down, make it simple for yourself. Are you grateful that you woke up in a warm bed? Are you grateful that you walked over to the bathroom and washed your face with warm water? I like to say, just things that you're grateful for. I mean, you have a telephone or however you're watching this, a computer, and you're able to stream and watch this stuff on Facebook, and that's cool. That's something to be grateful for. You know what I mean? Start forcing your mind to be positive. I used to be in sales, and to prevent this negativity to affecting the team, our team leader would go, he'd just look at us and drop this pin, right? And he'd be like, don't tell me the pin drops. Don't tell me that. He's like, I know if I let go of this pin, it drops. I know gravity's going to take it and drop it. We go outside and it's raining. Oh, it's raining. I know it's raining. We don't need to bring it up in a negative in a light, right? So we don't need to bring up negativity like that. And that's kind of what his example was. I know the pin drops. And that's stuck with me. So when I see something like, oh, I'm this, I know. You know what? Let's not get negative about it. Let's look at the positive side of things. And it at first time recovery, in early recovery, whether it's your first time or not, you have to force yourself to be positive. Like you literally have to force yourself to be positive. Like when Brad says something nice about me, he has to force himself to do that.
That's funny.
Be the change. Ooh, I love that.
Yeah, I like that too.
Brad says, anyone want a late night Zoom? I'm about it. Who's up for it? Everyone drop $1 in the live if you want to Zoom tonight. That's 20 minutes from Lish right there.
20 minutes, guys.
Thank you, Lish, so much.
20
And Brad, honestly, bro, you know we're just teasing you all the time, but Brad's always in the Zooms. He's always willing to sit there all day long in a dang Zoom. And he's the one that opens them up late at night for people that are struggling. So honestly, shout out to Brad. You know we love you, brother.
Yes, I wanted to
Oh,
say
look at La
hello.
Sierra.
How are things going? Give us an update.
Louisville, Kentucky.
Come on.
Good to see
lady.
ya.
How's it going?
First prayer, next grateful list, Brittany says.
Yeah.
Love it. So yeah, if you're new here, join that Discord that Felice drops in the link here in a second, and you'll be able to jump into our late night Zoom if you'd like. When you jump into our Zoom meetings, you don't have to talk. You don't even have to turn the camera on. You can just be a fly on the wall. Sometimes we get into it deep and we're talking deep recovery. Other times the moods are really light and we just hang out and talk about the weather, you know, or what's it like in your part of town? What's it like in your neck of the woods? You know, we're from Utah. People are like, what's it like in Utah? And sometimes that's the discussion. We got Australians. Hey, what the heck? My son, his first experience with these Zooms was last night and he was just enthralled with Green Eyed Cat's accent. Like, Dad, just ask him what we sound like to him. What do we sound like to him? Do we sound weird? You know, but if you need help, just say, hey, look, guys, I'm struggling with this, man. We shut off all the games, we shut off all the play, and you are the most important person in the room. And whatever's on your heart, whatever's on your mind, we're there to just listen. And if you want advice, we'll give you advice. You know, some of us have been through it and some of us are going through it. We're there to truly help.
Hey, welcome, Thule.
Thule, nice to see you.
First time here.
watching. Oh, I'm glad you're here. Thanks for tuning in. Awesome. How'd you find us there?
That's 25 minutes.
So how about that weather? I love it, Sean. Thank you. Welcome, Thule.
Thule.
From Alicia, and Sheree says, welcome, Thule, another time. Thank you.
I guess we can show everybody Brad being Gushy.
Oh,
I love you guys. You're my favorite people ever. Try and do it like sound like him. Can you do a good Brad impression?
let me see if I can do a good Brad impression.
What was that? Is that
He's got
how
a
he talks?
goggly. He's got like a goggly voice. Guys. yes. No, I can't do a Brad. I can't do a Brad. He's got like that unique
but then it-
graggly voice that I
Then
can't
it goes
do.
like high
apparently.
pitched sometimes.
Guys.
No.
Horrible Brad impression. Horrible Brad impression.
Anyways, y'all read it. Going great. I was working nights. I always miss live. No, pregnant. Yay.
Pregnant.
So all that is changing. Divorced. Brent could not stay sober. So I've continued up and onward. At
Well,
a girl.
God bless you. And good choice. You got to protect yourself and your sobriety. Now your baby, right?
Yeah. What
So-
about update on your other baby? Now that you're clean. and
Brian,
he's not in
Thank
the
you.
picture.
Thank you, brother. So much.
45 minutes.
South Philly in the house.
Hey,
What's up, Fred D?
Freddie.
Glad you're here, man. Thank
Very
you.
cool. Claiborne.
Welcome.
Claiborne, where have you been all my life?
Gonna be honest. Go ahead.
I'm just really into hearing about Australia's healthcare system to try to imagine what it's like to have actual healthcare.
Interesting. See, that can be some of the topics too.
Don't know.
Claiborne. All right, brother. Good to see you, man. Stephanie, thank you so much.
This is gonna be a long meeting.
This is a long meeting, Brad. You got your hands full.
Another Philly local.
That's right. Guess there's a. Oh yeah, Nicole. What's up? Nicole is also from those neck of the woods.
You guys.
Polly Pinch too. We're glad you's here. You's here from Philly.
Your impressions are off tonight.
My impressions are way off. I was doing goofy impressions earlier. That's probably why. I was doing do re mi fa sol la ti do as Goofy, and my kids were impressed.
Do it again.
Sharks. Do re. I can't do it now. I'm on the spot. From watching the video you guys made of Demi, I am actually weaning off pills after a relapse. Oh, my dose is low, and I'm ready to get my life back. Tool, yes. Get it. It's possible. You can get it back. We have people in here on maintenance medication. We have people here that are on a couple days clean. We coming off. I imagine it's opiates. I know you're going through hell right now, but don't give up. Do not give up. We have people in here that they're pressing and doing good.
Here's that link again for the Discord. Hope you join us, Tuli.
Yeah,
I'd like to
join
see
us
you in
from
a Zoom.
Cali.
That'd
Awesome.
be awesome.
Yeah. Right after this stream, Tuli, we're going to be in a Zoom meeting. If you'd like to come and talk about what you're going through and get some inspiration from people who are going through it as well.
Thanks, Marilyn.
Jack says, "What is this? Where am I? Who's on my screen right now? What is this?" Jax, welcome. This is a show about
Welcome,
recovery,
Jax.
and we are in recovery. I am in recovery from alcohol and meth addictions and every other drug under the sun. But the two that I loved most was meth and alcohol, and she had to deal with me when I was an alcoholic as a wife. Yeah. Did you say Polly Pinch? I said Polly Pinch.
Are you Polly Pitched in disguise?
Fred D, are you Polly Pinch in disguise? Yeah, I got pictures of Polly. Oh, it's on my other computer. I will post them on. We took Polly up the mountain in a razor. I'll post them on the Discord.
La Sierra praying for you and your baby girl.
Yeah. Fortunately, she was adopted. Oh, Praise God.
They sound like awesome people, letting you still see her and such. Yes, Polly Pinch from Northeast Philly. Is he your brother? Oh,
cool.
not Northeast. He's from North. Probably the same dude.
The last pills I bought, not meaning to trigger. I'm trying to wing off and only detoxed at home. I've done it so many times. I know I can do it. Awesome. I'll try to join. Awesome. Yeah, be careful. And obviously my advice and suggestion is if you can talk to your doctor, do it, under that type of supervision. That's just my disclaimer I throw out there. But if you know what you're doing and you've done it before, we give you all the encouragement we can. And we're here for you through this process for sure.
Congrats,
2 years.
Jax.
Yeah, we got another longevity in the house. Right on, man. What do you
Very cool.
Fred D. Pinch.
Is it Freddie Pinch? You're the same person. That's Polly.
Is it really? No, Polly ain't gonna do that. But yeah,
So how do you know
welcome,
Polly?
Jax. I'm
Tell
glad.
us.
Good job.
We need to know.
Cool.
Is he your neighbor?
All right, back on topic here.
Does he owe you money?
Many alcoholics are enthusiasts. They run to extremes. Guilty. At the beginning of recovery, a man will take, as rule, one of two directions. He may either plunge into a frantic attempt to get on his feet in business, or he may be so enthralled by his new life that he talks or thinks of little less. In either case, certain family problems are going to arise. Okay. Now it's going to start going into the effects of recovery on an addict, right? Us addicts put our whole heart and mind into everything we do that we're excited about, that not much else has time, right? We don't give much time to anything else, including family members. And this is something the family may experience with a loved one who is now in recovery. And Bill says, with these, we have experience galore. We have experience galore, which means I'm going to just say 90% of addicts out there, when they hit recovery and it clicks and they are full steam ahead, we accomplish many, many great things. And the family all of a sudden feels a little jealous or neglected at times. Bill says, we think it dangerous if he rushes headlong at his economic problem. The family will be affected also. Pleasantly at first, as they feel their money troubles are about to be solved, then not so pleasantly as they find themselves neglected. Dad may be tired at night and preoccupied by day. He may take small interest in the children, and he may show irritation when reproved for his delinquencies. If not irritable, he may seem dull and boring, not happy and affectionate as the family would like him to be. Mother may complain of inattention. They are all disappointed and often let him feel it. Beginning with such complaints, a barrier arises. He is straining every nerve to make up for lost time. He is striving to recover fortune, reputation, and feels that he's doing very well. You see? Go ahead.
Oh, it's just getting good.
Yes, it was.
You told me to go ahead. I had to get back to Fred. Yes, tall, thin, round, 40. That's the guy. Check this out. Next one. Went to high school with Polly Pinch, Roman Catholic High School, 1997.
Oh, Garrett. Oh, that's so
That's
cool.
probably exactly the same Polly Pinch.
Guaranteed it is the same.
He's got a giant nose.
I love it. I wish Polly was in here right
Me
now.
too.
I freaking love Polly. Wait,
That's cool.
Did you say Polly Pinch? Dude, Fred, Polly about 6 months ago was like, hey, yo, LT,
That was better.
I'm coming to Utah. I'll be at the airport on Tuesday. I'm like, really? He's like, yeah, about 2:00. Can you pick me up? And I'm like, I'll be there, bro. Sure as crap, man. I went and picked him up from the airport. He hung out with us for a few nights. And then he was like, hey, yo, Alicia, this is Polly. I'm coming to Salt Lake. Can you come get me?
And you did. Cool guy. I like his mom.
How is that, Nicole? Did I do better with the Philly accent?
Use. Did you say use, guys?
You guys,
I'm coming down to see use, guys.
hey, up there, you guys home right now?
That was Mexican. You guys home right now?
Are you guys home right now? My accents are way off today. Oh my goodness. Sometimes mother and children don't think so. The dad's striving for his fortune. Damn it, I've lost everything. My reputation sucks. I'm a piece of crap. I got to get it all back, right? This is what we're thinking in post addiction, in early recovery. Yay, 2 thumbs up from Nicole.
Woo-hoo!
She's from Philly, so that means
She
a
knows.
lot.
Yeah.
Bella's just like, yep, that's what happened.
That's true. I concur.
And so, like me, I feel like I'm doing a better job of getting my reputation back. I got people around town thanking me. I got people at my old job saying you're doing great. When they were a year and a half ago, more than a year and a half ago, almost 2 years ago, they were like, bro, you're about to lose your job, So I feel like I'm doing very well. But sometimes maybe this family here, or in the situation he's describing, mother and children don't think so. I might think I'd be doing good, but they might not think so. Having been neglected and misused in the past. Now the family's looking at the holistic view. Us recovering alcoholics and addicts, we're just looking at recovery. Whoa, look at today. I'm killing it. And that's all we care about, which is fine. But the family and the people affected around us are looking holistically. They neglected us all this time. Now they're clean and sober and nothing's really changed as far as neglect. They're still kind of grumpy. They're focused on other things. Like, where's my time? That's what they're saying. Having been neglected and misused in the past, they think Father owes them more than they are getting. Owes them more than they are getting. They want him to make fuss over them. They expect him to give them the nice times that it used to have been before he drank so much, and to show his contrition for what they suffered. Not only do you need to show us more time and put all your energy in us, you need to pay us back from all that time you made us suffer.
It's not funny how that goes both ways. We always like talk about that. Like after 30 days or a week, the addict or whoever's recovery expects a parade.
yeah.
And then the family, on the other hand, after that long, they're expecting all the things you just listed. Like, hey, okay, you're back. Now where's our
Where's our
time?
parade?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why aren't
true.
you throwing one for us? Well, we should be throwing everybody a parade.
Yeah. Loving each other. And this is going to get into that. It's going to get into a point where we talk about giving rather than getting will become the guiding principle. In post addiction, early recovery, all the growing pains, the end result is learned from, what did he say? Experiences galore in what's going on here. That giving rather than getting will become the guiding principle. And that's nothing new. That was written a long time ago.
On the very first tablet from the very first cloud.
Downloaded. No doubt. Where was I?
I messed you up. You were like right here.
But dad doesn't give freely of himself, right? And what happens? Resentment grows. He becomes still less communicative. Sometimes he explodes over trife. The family's mystified. What the hell's going on? They criticize, pointing out how he is falling down on his spiritual program. Look at, you're failing us. You're not spending time with us. Your spiritual program's falling. This sort of thing can be avoided. Okay, he's talking about both people needing to recover. Dad's headlong and just excited about recovery, and family's not so happy about where his attention is being put. And it can be avoided, he says. Both father and the family are mistaken, though each side may have some justification. Yeah, we understand, and there is some justification to what you're saying. It is little of use to argue and only makes the impasse worse. The family must realize that dad, though marvelously improved, is still
Convalescent.
convalescing, right? The family must realize that dad, though marvelously improved, is still convalescing. Convalesce is the word. Recovery, one's health and strength over a period of time after an illness or operation. Look, he says, family, look. He's still growing. He's still healing. Don't attack him all at once. They should be thankful he is sober and able to be of this world once more. Let them praise his progress. Let them remember that his drinking wrought all kinds of damage, and that may take long to repair. He's trying to fix it. If they sense these things, they will not take so seriously his periods of crankiness, depression, or apathy, which will disappear when there is tolerance, love, and spiritual understanding. We're growing, right? We're going through things. We're trying to fix. We feel guilty. We feel horrible and ashamed, and we're trying to make things better. It doesn't help to be battered for it. You know what I mean? And then the alcoholic needs to understand, okay, maybe withdraw a little and come together as a family. And it's a recovery thing. Bring them with you, kind of a thing.
Yeah.
That's what I try to do. I try to bring the family with what I'm doing.
Yeah. And it's a lot.
In this experience.
It's a lot for a family member or wife to have on their shoulders, because they have this long period of time where they dealt with and lived with this addict in this crazy household, and now this person they love is in recovery, and now they still, because in that whole time, to not enable, you have to back off. You have to lay off and let them experience their consequences. Now they're in recovery, and you think, hey, now's the time we come back together, but you still have to lay off a little bit and give them a chance to fully heal before you guys can really come back together stronger, better than ever. So it still puts that burden on the family member to still kind of back off a little bit, which is hard to do.
Jax, don't you worry about burdening anyone. You come and you pour your heart out. We are people who are not going to judge, criticize, or minimize anything you're going through. Please don't feel that way when you join our crowd. Fred D, I got something for you. Okay. I'm going to share a picture. Okay. This is the Polly Pinch we are talking about.
You need a profile so you can see the nose.
That's Mr. Polly Pinch. Best guys I've ever met. He has a heart of gold. That's true. Was one of the best ball players I've ever played. Really? He was athletic. I did notice that when he was here. He was athletic.
I think he's talked about baseball before.
Who's this?
That's our
That's
who is
Polly.
that?
Oh, that's
Oh,
Polly?
sorry.
Oh, that's Polly. See if I can find a better one. Or a different one, I should say. We were making fun of him for that picture.
What's up? My turn. Yes. R.I.P. DMX.
Oh yeah. Sad, man.
Y'all gonna make me lose my mind.
I mean, I've been watching a lot of interviews. I made another video, but it got flagged, so I couldn't show it. But DMX, man, he got tricked into he talks about how he was tricked into smoking crack at 14 and how that was like the person he looked up to became a snake and a monster in his eyes immediately because of the addiction that followed, you know, that first time smoking crack. It was rolled up in a blunt. He smoked it, said he never felt like, and the monster was unleashed, he said.
Man,
we're going through these selfies and there's a lot of people I haven't seen for a while. Where's Jim? Where's Morgan?
where is Jim?
Where's Ava? Where is everybody? I hope everybody's doing good, man.
Has anybody reached out to Jim lately?
Hey, my turn. The wall. Dig it. Thank you. What's up, girl?
So,
Two turntables and a microphone. Two turntables and a microphone. Where it's at.
where it's at?
I
Yeah.
love it.
Yeah, we miss us some Jim.
Absolutely. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Amen. Late night Zoom.
Amen.
Join the Discord. Look for the link in the text chat. Late night Zoom coming at you. And until Sunday night, y'all, do not put yourself in a high risk situation. Stay strong, work your programs, and remember, we
We recover better together.
together.